The Outdoor Show. It's the program that puts you into the peaceful and beautiful home of Mother Nature. It moves you back to that calm fishing pond up north, one step away from Lake Michigan, or into your hunting blind on a brisk fall morning. The Outdoor Show. It's a peaceful program. This is not your mother's outdoor show. This is the WHTC Outdoor Show, hosted by a guy who literally has hunting in his name. Tom Mettendorp is Dutch for Village in the Maiden, or King's Hunting Ground. Your co-host, sometimes, is Tim Becker of Powderhorn Guns and Archery. It's time for what really happens when the guys go up north on that hunting trip. It's time for the WHTC Outdoor Show, presented by My Firearms ETS. That's MI Firearms ETS on 1450 WHTC, Holland's news leader.
Good morning. Welcome to the Outdoor Show. I'm Tom Mettendorp, and my sometimes co-host, Captain Tim Becker, Powderhorn Guns and Archery, is here with us today also. We don't have any guests.
We don't.
Well,
morning, Tom.
Morning, Tim.
Thank you.
Not like I didn't say good morning to you already.
I know.
I mean, I got my Biggby coffee here.
Where's mine?
Well, I bought you breakfast. I don't have to buy you coffee.
Where's mine?
Right. Boom. Now what?
Wow,
Come on, Big Daddy. What happened? Well done.
Wow.
I'm just kidding, Tom.
Everybody
I've got my own.
wants me to get stuff for them all the time.
Yeah, well, you're there. You might as well. I mean, you're already getting one. What's three? Yeah, that's fine. You don't know what I did to that when you were in the restaurant and I went to the bathroom.
Yeah, sure. As you were locked into the booth by me.
Right, true. But I'm that stealthy. You were just talking away and I was outside just...
Yeah, no.
Okay.
But we did get to meet the USDA meat inspector.
We did. That was really cool.
Yeah. He recognized our voices.
He did. And I hope he's listening right now. And
I'm sure he is.
it was a pleasure meeting you this
Shout
morning.
out to the USDA meat inspector.
You got it. No, we were eating and we were getting ready to leave and somebody said, "You guys are the Outdoor Show."
Yeah, I hope he doesn't listen when we talk about how we butcher and all that other stuff.
But
We're not selling the meat.
No.
Because we eat.
We do.
And we love to eat.
Yeah, in case he turned around, you know that we eat. There wasn't a scrap left.
It was nothing left.
I saw Nate left that orange peel there. I wasn't too proud of him over that.
I thought about asking him for it.
I did too. I almost was like, "Hey, Nate, look over there."
He left that orange slice there.
And I'm thinking, that's a waste. That's a waste.
I was interested to hear that, he was talking about with MS and stuff in the Norwegians.
Yeah.
They don't have any recorded cases.
Yeah, there was somewhere else, too, that didn't. Oh, the Eskimos.
I don't know, but they think something to do with the fish in the diet.
Yes, it's the fish because of the vitamin D.
Well, no, the vitamin D they think might be a part of what triggers MS.
The lack of it.
Yeah, the lack of it.
Yeah, and I thought he said something about...
But the vitamin D didn't go... The vitamin D is with the sunshine.
Right,
the fish, that's
right.
the omega-3, man. Don't you watch TV commercials?
No, heck no. I'm too busy outside. Someday you will be.
Oh, man. The guy who never gets to see his inside of his home,
That's all right.
You're accusing him of not being outside.
Well, that's because you're in the classroom.
Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, somebody's got to. Somebody's got to teach those kids. Somebody's got to teach concealed pistol and other stuff, so I understand.
Well, you got to have somebody good to teach that stuff.
True. That's why I hunt and I fish.
I got nothing.
Right. I can't.
Because that's where I would love to be.
Yeah.
So, I just think about fish, though. Our senators have asked for money from the federal government on this whole Asian carp deal.
Okay.
We're back around to the same thing. They're going to get here.
Oh, they are.
And we need money to stop them. And now they have a what do you call it? A study.
Yeah.
They got a study that shows that young Asian carp are going to hook onto barges going through those electrified locks.
Yeah.
And they're still going to get through. Now what are you going to do?
You're done.
That's just crazy.
Come hook a trip with me down in Illinois and
do your part.
Do your part, but see what it'll look like in our river systems if they get in here. So that'll make you a believer to do whatever you can right now to stop it. It really is. It's sad. It's a lot of fun, but keep them there. We don't want them in our systems.
I don't know how we're going to stop them.
I don't either.
Regardless,
People got to get together and they got to figure it out.
We might be able to slow them down, but I don't know how we're going to stop them.
Yeah, it's awful, and it's not. The Great Lake will be affected because of them eating all the perch eggs, eating all the salmon eggs. It's going to kill those industries just like it did down there. But the Great Lakes won't be as affected as much as the Kalamazoo River, the Grand River, Lake Mac. You're not going to be able to boat on them when they come in full.
Right.
You won't be able to. It's awful.
You have to have basically a bulletproof boat.
With high sides.
More than high sides. You need like a cage over top of you.
Uh-huh. I've seen those things jump 15, 20 foot in the air.
To me, that's just insane.
Oh, yeah. Most of them like to come over about, I'm 6'2", and I'm about 2 foot off about 8.5 foot, because they like to hit me in the head.
Because you're about 2 foot off the water.
Yeah, I'm 6'2", so...
So 2 plus 6'2" equals 8.5. 2
plus 6'2". Well, 8.2, but somewhere you're coming up with a few extras. But
now you went to tenths.
Right.
Now you're 8.2
Yep.
inches or 8.2 feet tall.
Yep. I was just complimenting you on being a
8.2 feet
teacher,
tall.
and now
What are you, like,
you didn't even
Goliath
know how to
or
add
something?
those. Yeah,
It's too early in the morning for
Goliath was only like
this
6
level
foot
of
8.
math.
This is simple adding. Wait until we get into the
But you
geometry.
started
and all
conversions on inches and tenths.
That's how I do it.
Yeah. So how many inches is 2 tenths?
0.2 of an inch per 1 times 7 divided by pi. Speaking of pie, I'm hungry still.
Me too.
Oh, man. I could have been enjoying at least a Biggby coffee. What about you? Yeah, for sure. Whatever.
You could have if you went early and stopped there.
Right, whatever. Well, early.
Oh,
Early.
Here it comes.
How long was I at the restaurant before
I don't know
you?
what time you got
Nate
to the restaurant.
beat me there, though.
I was only 2 minutes behind.
Are you kidding?
Oh.
You are awesome, and I'm eating them on the air.
What'd she give you? Goldfish?
No, I got Princess.
They're Princess Fruit Snacks.
Princess Fruit Snacks.
Princess Fruit Snacks.
Here, Tom.
Princess.
You want one? Nope. Here you go, bud. Nope.
Why don't we get back to some Asian carp here?
Yeah. I got Princess Fruit Snacks, so life is great.
All right, Princess. Let's hear about this here. The once invasive species are established, it's really hard for them to be eradicated.
Yep.
This comes from the executive vice president at Chicago's Shed Aquarium.
Yep.
Which I'm sure that'll be in effect there because that's on the water, isn't it? Don't they have the lake water right there?
That's Lake Michigan, though.
Yeah, we're talking about Lake Michigan, Princess. The Asian carp actually,
they're in the Illinois River.
Do you know how long ago the Asian carp were brought here?
6. Oh, wow. Back in early 90s, wasn't it?
Try since the 1970s.
No, don't lie to me.
Yeah, they brought them in the 70s to rid algae on the catfish farms.
Yeah, but I think they were introduced to the river.
Now I say catfish. Now I'm even more hungry. I love catfish. Don't you like catfish?
I've only had them once.
Oh, man. Catfish, good.
My dad loves them.
See, that's why your dad and I get along so good.
He doesn't like you.
Yeah. Whatever, Princess.
No, yeah. When we stop, say we're heading up 94, we stop at the Bass Pro because they got that restaurant in it.
Yep.
He gets catfish, and if he doesn't get catfish, alligator.
Alligator's awesome.
That's great, but it's spicy.
Do you like
the way
alligator?
that they cook it? I do.
Then you like turtle.
I probably would.
Turtle's good too.
Turtle good.
Turtle good. I'm just getting hungry for everything.
Yeah. Oh.
How about goose jerky?
I shot some geese this week.
Did you?
Yep. And
Lucas,
in fact,
give Lucas and I the breasts.
Oh, sure. Right away.
I'm Princess. I'm trying to get this down here. Lucas and I came up with a recipe. We found a recipe off the web, and then what we did is we changed that recipe a little bit to satisfy our tastes.
Yep.
But it was great how the recipe helped to not only flavor the goose jerky or the breast strips that we cut out,
Yep.
but it like tenderized it.
Nice.
So it's not so tough when you try to chew on it.
Okay.
It's actually really good, and it's not tough. It doesn't bother your teeth or your gums or anything like that. Because I know some folks, they got dentures and stuff, they can't bite the stuff. But this is like having a nice tender piece of steak.
Yeah. Nice.
Absolutely awesome.
Good. Yeah.
So you give us those goose breasts, and we'll let you have a little flavor of it.
A little flavor of it. See, that's the problem. But
hey, you're a princess. We can't overstuff you.
Right. I'm a big princess then. But that was the thing that we did when we were hunting. We said, hey, we'll get it to my friend who's got a smoker, and he's going to make all of our geese into
so he's going to make that really dry stuff in the smoker.
Wonderful stuff. Have you ever had...
You don't know how we make ours, do you?
No. I had last night...
And it's way better than yours.
Sweet. I love it.
You don't know. You haven't tried it yet. You got to give us the goose breast.
I'm the best, though.
No, you're a princess.
And I look good.
So then you shouldn't have problem finding your prince.
You know... So, now I forgot. Oh, have you ever had jerky in a dehydrator?
No, I don't like really dry stuff like that, meat-wise.
Okay.
I don't mind the fruits and stuff being dehydrated.
Yeah.
And then chewing on those. Those are kind of chewy, and they got the flavor yet. But the meats in the dehydrator, I do not like.
Really? See,
not
because this friend of mine, Joe Mapes, brother Josh has Overdrive Outdoors. He came over and brought me some yesterday. He grinds it into burger, and then he does whatever you got to do to make it there, and he dehydrates it. That was awesome. That was great. And I liked, a lot of people like that chewier jerky when it's smoked and whatnot. And this was nice and soft, and you can just eat it up, and it was real good. And I'm excited to do that. That was good eating.
Hey,
well,
if you
how
like
can we
it,
be this hungry after we just had a big breakfast?
I don't know. I'm thinking you didn't order enough for me.
I know.
Wait a minute, I ordered for you.
Yeah, and Nate.
And Nate.
Yeah.
It's because I ordered first, and you guys just said, wow,
Well,
that's awesome.
yeah.
I want it too.
And the price was there, man. That was good.
Well, yeah, you got it for free.
Yeah, I know. I should have gotten the steak and eggs.
See, I even treated you like a princess this morning.
With that being said, I'm going to eat my Princess Fruit Snacks.
You eat your Princess Fruit Snacks, and I'm going to tell about one of our sponsors, all right?
I hope so.
The Outdoor Show is brought to you by Westenbrook Mower, where they service what they sell. All units are ready to use when they leave the store, and Westenbrook submits your warranty information so you don't have to. Stop into the Holland or the Genesis store, check them out on your computer at westenbrookmower.com, or call them at 616-396-5733. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We'll be back here shortly on The Outdoor Show. Welcome back to the Outdoor Show, brought to you by Michigan Firearms, your personal protection and concealed carry specialist, and Earth Solutions at 616-566-0390. Call Earth Solutions for extreme brush hog service, to stump grinding, to grading and driveway excavation with crushed concrete or asphalt. Matt will also cut and clear your shooting lanes for this season. I think there's still time for that, isn't there, Tim?
Sure.
Getting those shooting lanes all cut.
Oh, yeah.
And not disturbing the deer.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Give my buddy Matt a call, 616-566-0390. We're back, ready to talk with you. Give us a call, 395-1450. Get us back on topic. It's always a good thing.
Yeah.
You know, I asked you yesterday, what should we talk about and stuff. And we talked about, duck and goose hunting, bow tuning, gun sighting, getting all that stuff done. Last few weeks of camping. Well, you said last few weeks of camping. Yep. And I thought, that's a good thing to talk about. Yeah. All of it's a good thing to talk about. But, it's not really the last few weeks of camping. Haven't you ever been winter camping?
I'm a princess. Hot tubs. Heaters.
Oh, you go camping at the
nice bathrobes.
Motel
stuff
6,
like that. Yes.
Motel 8,
yes.
Super 8. What is it?
No, I'm high class.
Holiday Inn Express. Days In.
The Express, though.
The Express.
Not the full Days In, just the Express.
Not the full Days In. Yeah. Just the Express.
Yeah.
I got you. That's like back in the day, you used to go to the Holodome down there in Indiana.
The Holodome?
The Holodome.
That was when we had to hook the buggies up outside? back then.
Well, you do down there because that's Amish country.
Oh, is it down there?
It's in that area. But
Yoderville.
Yeah, yes, yes. I don't know what that means, but okay.
Yeah, you bet. No, winter camping, I did do that quite a bit. That was a lot of fun. I really
You've done
enjoyed
that?
it. Oh, yeah.
Princess?
But in a tent, too.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep. No.
Come
I never
on.
did. No, never did. No, I did. We used to have a lot of fun with that, and we would camp right up into December when we would deer hunt sometimes. But you know what I want to do?
Did you have like the wood stove in the
No,
tent kind of thing?
but that's what I want to do. I have never done that. Out of all the campfires I've shared with people while hunting and days camping and all that, I've never put up one of the big canvas tents with the wood stoves and, the...
I tell you what, I got a big old canvas tent.
I don't want to go with you.
You don't have to. You don't have to. We'll just set it up once.
Okay.
And after we set it up once, we'll see if you want to set it up twice.
Well, no, I want you to go up north, set it up, and I'll join you the next day.
You know, I kind of figured you'd be a guy like that.
Yes,
I
that's
kind
me.
of figured you'd be a guy
You know
like
what?
that.
But for me, having a bunch of guys together, even if we went to the UP where the deer herd was lower, I think that's all part of the experience and the fun, and that's what I enjoy.
Well, yeah.
I love hunting, but I went up north with Troy Spooner and buddy Brian Zimmer and another gentleman, Eric, and we did a muzzleloader hunt.
Okay.
We saw tons of deer up in the UP, and that's the only time I've ever deer hunted the UP. Tons of deer.
In December.
In
The
December.
muzzleloading
Yep,
hunt.
it was the last 3 days of the muzzleloading season. Saw tons of them, but you know what the best part of the hunt was? Getting back to the camp. Yep. Are you okay, Tom?
What do you mean getting back to the camp?
Getting back to the camp to the hunting's fun, but it's the camaraderie of all the guys together and camping and having a good time and the laughing and the playing cards and all that other good stuff. That's the best part of hunting for me. Camaraderie.
Just the
hanging out.
The camp?
Yeah, just being with everybody.
I kind of like hunting for being alone.
Well, we like you to be alone. You stay out in the woods while the rest of us big boys play and have fun. No, that's the fun part about it for me is being out there. Most of the time I hunt alone,
Well, and
it's
you're
nice
out there.
to have someone
Yeah,
there.
but you're out there alone when you're hunting. You're not.
That's the
sitting
hunting
together.
end of it.
Yeah, and then when you come back and it's dark, then you got people around because I know you're afraid of the dark.
Always.
So and then you got people around that'll help take care of you.
Right.
'Cause
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom again. Who's going?
I had a really frightening experience the last time I went camping. It was last March or April. I went to a friend's house, or a friend of a friend's house. And,
It was on 8th Street.
And, well, no, it
They
was in
built a
Fenville.
blanket fort.
It was in Fenville, like in the
Okay.
middle of nowhere. And
wow, our Fenville listeners are offended right now.
Yeah.
well,
Fenville, middle of nowhere.
So, anyways, camping, squirrels.
Yeah. Well, it was really scary because my Sean, my boyfriend, and I, we just took we don't camp very often.
Yep.
So we just took this my dad's like old like tent that was for us kids when
Yeah,
we were growing
yeah.
up, and we didn't realize that there was gonna be coyotes out.
Yeah. No.
And so when we went to bed, we heard them, and the tent just had flaps. It didn't zip or anything.
Oh, really?
Were you awake all night?
Well, no. Thankfully, a couple of friends of ours had a real big, actually zippered, camping tent.
Yeah.
So we all smushed into that. Like 4 of us smushed into that
Yeah.
one to
No
try
kidding.
to.
No,
but,
and you know what?
Yeah, it
Those-
was so scary.
Hey, I understand that out of all the critters and the bears and whatnot that I've camped with, it's the coyotes that bother me more than anything. I don't trust coyotes.
Really?
Yeah, I want every coyote to be shot.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa.
Boom.
Oh,
Boom.
there you have it.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of coyotes. I don't like them. I'm not afraid of them. But I think they're the ones that'll get you.
I think you'd be afraid of them.
I'm afraid of everything. Touching fish, all that kind of stuff.
I got you.
The delicate princess hands.
I got you, princess.
No, I hear you. Yeah, that especially for somebody that's not used to the woods, that can be spooky.
Oh yeah.
It'd be very spooky.
Yeah, I mean, I've had it up in a deer stand when one of them lit up behind me and started howling. It'll make your hair stand
Jump
up.
right
on
out
end.
of the tree stand, didn't you?
No, I climbed up higher. I'm a tree hugger. I wrapped right around that.
It reminds me, we were camping up by the Rainy River.
Yep.
Which is in the upper northeast area of Michigan.
UP or
lower
northeast of
peninsula,
lower?
but
Yeah.
northeast.
Yeah.
And we were actually camping, I think that was the year we were at Onaway State Park. And every year we'd go with the couples and the kids, and we'd go camping for 10 days. Well, we'd always take a day out, and we'd take the kids to the woods, and we'd camp in the woods. So we'd take all the gear for camping in tents, and we'd stay overnight out in the woods. Well, we were along the Rainy River. We found a beaver pond. We were watching a beaver and all that stuff. So at night, we decided to call in the coyotes. And I don't know if you know this, but I like to call in the coyotes a lot. We used to do it all the time. Anyway, so I did, the rabbit squealing, and then I did the coyote, the yipping as if they had just gotten the rabbit and everything else. And all of a sudden, they started lighting up. We had about 4 different groups of coyotes off in the distance.
Why would you purposely do
we're
that?
We're getting to it here. This is fun. So we get these coyotes responding. Well, there's one group that's pretty close, and they moved in. So we're in the firelight, okay, in a clearing, and there's trees around the outside, and
straight out of a movie.
Oh man, the coyotes
That's
come,
cool.
and they're moving along the outside edge of the
And you
firelight
see
in the trees.
shadows.
You can see them moving between the trees, and the kids are like, "There's one,
Oh
because
my
they had
gosh.
moved right in on us. And
Haven't you ever seen the movie The Gray?
yeah,
Yeah.
this was long before the Gray.
This was the Tom.
I lived.
Yes.
This
close.
They
but I
were
made
they
it.
were right there, man. They came right in. And another time we called it turkey camp, and it was in May, and started calling off to a group of coyotes off in the distance, one direction, right behind us, no more than 50 feet behind us. All of a sudden, the coyotes are,
Oh.
and everybody just froze,
Yeah.
sitting by the fire. Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
Right behind us.
We've gone too far.
We all grabbed our flashlights. 1, 2, 3, boom! We turn around, shine the flashlights, and of course he's scooting through the woods because now we're on him, and we're running after him. No firearms, no knives. We're just flashlights and us running after a coyote.
Training your kids, right?
It'll be okay,
right?
Caitlin. It'll be okay.
Oh my!
I'm
no
with you,
way.
Caitlin. That's
no way.
Are you back with us? So if I do a read, we can do our going out. Okay.
pale white, shaking.
Her eyes are like pancakes.
Yeah.
Food. Farmers Co-op Elevator in Hudsonville is your food plot headquarters with over 40 different seed varieties to choose from, providing in-house soil testing as well as fertilizers, lime, and equipment to plant, maintain, and get maximum performance out of your food plot. Visit Farmers Co-op at 3302 Prospect Street in Hudsonville. For a complete list of products and services, check them out online at fcelevator.com. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We'll be back here shortly on The Outdoor Show. Welcome back to the Outdoor Show, brought to you by Powder Horn Guns and Archery. For all your arrow knocking, gun cocking, fish hooking, flag waving, stand up and sing, God bless America hunting and fishing needs. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We're back, ready to answer your questions right here on the Outdoor Show. We really have to pull up an old episode to listen to you whistle then. You're getting much, much better.
Of course
You're
I
still
am.
terrible, but you're getting better.
You're still there. You're awful, but you're getting there.
You're getting to the top
Yeah.
of terrible.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. We were talking about the coyotes, and my best hunting buddy in the world, my son Brian, just said that he agrees with me over you, that coyotes are scary because they have sharp teeth. And he's
Exactly.
right. Yep. So we just outweighed your opinion, Tom, and... Hey, Brian, I'll never be calling in coyotes when we're at campfires trying to have fun. Don't worry, Uncle Tom won't allow that to happen either. Gee.
I was just thinking while I was reading it, Powder Horn Guns and Archery for all your arrow knocking, gun cocking, fish hooking, flag waving. How about fish hooking, crown wearing, parade waving,
Brian, Uncle Tom's making fun of Dad.
parade waving.
No, and funny we were talking about coyotes. Last week Sunday, my son Brian and I were up north hunting, and there was coyotes surrounding us. You could hear them like 5, 6 different groups.
Yep.
And then right at the end of the night, if it wasn't too dark, I think we would have seen them. They were right next to us.
Getting close.
Yep. And then then we get down to walk back to the truck, and he grabs a hold of my hand real tight. And I said, "No, bud, nothing will happen. Don't worry."
It'll be okay.
Yeah, but boy, we had a lot of fun, and he loves the outdoors.
Speaking of Sundays, they play most of those NFL games on Sundays.
Okay.
And, if you go to Biggby, Holland on Facebook, you can figure out how to enter, and you can get you can win free coffees and lattes and all sorts of other stuff for even your entire workplace. There's all different things they have that you can win.
Yep.
All you got to do is beat O'Deal's picks. You just got to pick the winners. You don't have to pick scores. You just got to pick the winners.
Nice.
You don't even have to put any money in this. This is not like, a pool that you're putting into. You're just picking the winners, and you're beating O'Deal. And if you win, you get a free drink of your choice, and the highest scorer wins different kind of gifts every week.
No kidding.
Yeah. And all you got to do, simply go to Facebook, search Biggby Holland, and play every week of the regular season.
Yeah.
It's already started, but you can join in. My wife's already won several times.
Yeah.
It's
Nice.
kind of fun.
Nice.
And is B texting you?
My wife is, but I couldn't understand the text.
Because you were trying to listen to me and read the text.
Right.
So you have no idea what I was talking about or what she was texting.
Your wife has won a couple of times. I always listen to my wife over you, Tom.
That's probably for the best.
No, I think my son was excited that he heard his name on the radio.
That's not what he says when we're not on the air. So,
I couldn't understand the text, Emily. Yeah, but
well, you know what?
That winter camping though would be a lot of fun.
It would be. It would. It is. When we were kids, I remember a time we built a shelter.
Okay.
And we stayed in the woods. 17 degrees.
Ooh.
17 degrees that night. What we did is we took a 30-gallon steel barrel, and I turned up the welder because we didn't have a torch, and I burned a door into it, and then took that door, turned down the welder, and welded hinges on it, and had that door that would open and close. Then we took a couple old pieces of stovepipe that we found in the junk, because farmers used to put stuff in the ravines and fill them in. Well, there was a couple of pieces of stovepipe, so we took those.
Now, did you put the door on the side of the drum or on the
side
bottom?
On the side of the drum, and then we put the drum in our little fort that we had built, little lean-to sort of thing, and we were lighting it, and we couldn't get the fire to light up because it was hard to get to the bottom and everything else.
Yep.
So we poured a little bit of Boy Scout water inside there, and then my buddy dropped a flaming piece of rag or whatever down the pipe. Well, the pipe was larger than the hole in the end of the drum, so it landed and it stopped there.
Oops.
So it didn't go down.
Yeah.
So when the fumes came up, because we're all standing outside going,
uh-oh. Way too much fuel in this too. This isn't good.
The fumes come, Boy Scout water.
Yes.
And the flames came up and they caught a hold of that, and poof, the door blew off.
Oh. Well, now is that because it was too much or you're welding? I'd imagine it was your welding.
It doesn't really matter. We were like 12.
Oh, and it was awesome then. You're like, ah!
Kind of, yeah. Anyway,
I still do that every time I light the burn barrel up north. Poof, poof, woo!
Okay, don't try this at home.
Don't, yes. Put that claimer in there.
Build a shelter first.
Yep. Yes. Yes.
So I just remember, and it had that time, and that same time, it doesn't burn efficiently, especially with the door off it.
Yeah.
So we go to sleep, and one of the side walls fell down. It happened to be on my side. It was just a piece of plastic hanging there, and it fell down. Well, overnight it snowed. Well, we're inside there, and it's 3 little boys, my little brother and my buddy, and we're all in the sleeping bag. We took and zipped all the sleeping bags together. So 3 little kids, we were all inside there, and then it snowed, so it was nice and warm in there, right?
Yep.
Well, the snow came down and created icicles on my eyebrows.
Oh, nice. Nice.
When we woke up in the morning, my eyes cracked open.
And you're thinking, oh, no.
And I'm sitting there looking at my brother and my buddy, and there's icicles on my eyebrows, and they're just sitting there laughing at me. But we tried a lot of crazy things back in the woods. I mean,
that was in the days that we were allowed to.
Well, yeah, there's no way a parent would let, well, I don't think, that a parent would let kids 8 to 12 years old. My younger brother was about 8 years old, and we were 12.
Yeah.
But
you were in the backyard, right?
No.
Oh, so this is where it all went wrong for the...
No, we were out in the woods in an area where it's surrounded by fields and stuff, and
where
tracks.
that wind can really come blowing through, too, so...
No,
frostbite
not really.
will come in right away.
Well, it could. It could. We've been there, too.
Yeah.
In the
things
creek.
we used to do, though.
Oh, yeah. Parents won't let kids go out and camp like that, I don't think, nowadays, because there's too many weirdos out there.
That's the problem. It's not the parents. It's not, me not letting my kids do it. It's not the way it was when we grew up.
Yeah. No, it's not. Well, wait a minute. You grew up after I grew up.
Well, a long time after you grew up.
Wait a minute.
In fact, you had children
We
before I
went
grew
to
up.
Russ's the other week, and remember, I was accused of lying.
Why was that? You were lying.
Because I didn't grow up.
Yes. That's what it was.
It was from someone who knew me as a child.
Yeah.
And said I was lying. I'm like, what did I lie about?
Yeah.
You've never grown up.
Every time we go to Russ's, we see somebody that listens to the show. I like that place.
Yeah. We need to get sponsorship from
We
them.
do. That's what I was going to.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
We should get sponsorship from Russ's.
Yeah. We met the USDA gentleman today.
I don't know that he would agree with our butchering practices.
I'm sure he wouldn't. But I would love to see him again, have him come show me the proper way on the next one that I harvest.
Is it the proper way when we talk about the USDA? Because that's the United States, that's a federal government, it's something that we put in place, and it's a bureaucracy, and is it right? I'm just saying.
He was a nice guy. I really enjoyed talking to him.
I'm not
today.
talking about him personally. I'm talking about our governmental agencies. The ones that are overbearing. Weren't you the conspiracy theorist?
That was last week.
Last week or the week before?
I don't remember. It was a couple weeks ago.
Either. It was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. No. Last week we were talking about the gentleman with the bear.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a Michigan thing.
Yep.
Anyhow, so you've never been winter camping like that? I told you when I went elk hunting, I was the only guy that year that was staying in the woods.
You were in a camper with heat.
Oh yeah,
and all that other
yeah, sure
stuff.
I was at 5 above to 5 below. You heat a camper like that?
Sure.
Just because I had a hard shell tent doesn't mean I was warm.
Yeah, no. You can heat them.
You want to pay for that much propane?
Now we're talking different stories.
Yeah.
I would be outside of a house with a plug-in.
The heaters aren't electric, are they?
The ones that I would put every 3 inches are. The electric heaters you plug in and you put them all around.
Oh, you'd put all those in there?
Darn right.
See,
Princess Timbo here is not dumb.
The warmest I could get that thing was 40 degrees.
Well,
and then I ran out of propane.
What you insulate it.
It was 5
You're
below.
an electrician. You could have had like a garage heater.
I could add insulation because I'm an electrician? What?
Well, yeah, but you could have had like a garage heater in there.
What?
You should have thought ahead. How long did you know that you had an elk tag? Technically, this is your fault.
Well, why?
I don't know.
I just was camping. Regardless, I was the only one in the woods. Officer Burke drove past my campsite every night to see if I made it back.
No, because he made it back. Dang it.
Oh, come on. He was excited. He was excited.
No, that's quite a feat.
I bet if
you should have been in a tent though, been a real man, like a mountain man, like me.
Been there, done that. You haven't.
Yeah,
princess.
come on now. I've been in a tent.
Not in the wintertime, princess.
Sure.
You lie, princess.
Sure. You want to go winter
You think
camping?
I get accused of lying at Russ's?
You know what?
We better go back to Russ's today because they're all going to call you out.
No. We're going to go this winter, you and I, with the sheep and the pigs behind the house. We're going to winter camp. We're going to see how manly you are.
Yeah, I'll be sleeping there in the tent, and you'll be going in the house getting warm.
You darn right. As long as you're sleeping, I can sneak out. We'll see if you still got it, old man. Oh, called him out.
The Outdoor Show is brought to you by Advantage Marine in Zeeland with competitive prices and personalized service to meet all your needs. Repair, storage, winterizing, parts, and more. Call Advantage Marine in Zeeland at 616-748-9235 or stop in and see Dave at 8755 Riley Street in Zeeland. That's at the corner of 88th and Riley on the northeast side of Zeeland. Lines are open. Give us a call, 395-1450. We'll be back here shortly on The Outdoor Show. Welcome back to The Outdoor Show, brought to you by Michigan Firearms, educating people in the safe and responsible use of firearms since 2001. Michigan Firearms offers education, training, and supply the best you can find anywhere. Right, Tim?
Mm-hmm.
Classes are offered regularly, right?
Yep.
Class sizes are limited, yeah?
We can accommodate.
You just have to register early to reserve your spot, yeah?
No.
No?
No. You register way early to make sure you get in.
This is true.
Yep.
This is true.
You're trying to catch me off guard here.
You can find us on your computer at mifirearmsets.com. We got a full class again today.
Good.
People are loving it.
Yeah.
You were surprised. You said you serve everybody lunch.
Lunch, snacks,
man.
everything. Where's your lunch meat?
We got the flavored coffee,
Yeah.
for people to have if they want, and regular coffee.
Nice.
We got a sandwich is a sandwich, but manwich is a meal.
Well, right, but where's your manwich?
In the crock pot.
Where?
In the classroom.
Yeah.
You have to smell it all
When we
morning.
were eating this morning, did you have it in your truck with you?
No, Jake had to go get it from the refrigerator.
Getting forgetful.
You just wanna bug me about it, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Anyhow, we got the classes going on. We've got this class. This is regular personal protection in the home. That's the one that qualifies for Michigan's concealed pistol license, right?
Yep.
And then just before the gun season kicks off, so November 13 or 14, Friday evening and Saturday, we have the next level of training. I only have 2 spots left.
Really? I figured that would have been a hard one to fill up.
Well, it used to be because everybody, they get that concealed pistol license. Oh, I'm good to go.
No, I mean just for the dates. A lot of people leave on Friday to head north.
You can't imagine how many people I know that don't deer hunt. There's actually people out there, Tim, they don't gun hunt on November 15th.
You're running in the wrong crowds.
Nobody said I was running in the crowd. I just know it. But there's a lot of people that stay home to hunt too, so they'll go hunting in the morning.
Yep.
But I just couldn't believe that we're starting to really pick up pace on the next levels this year, and I think a lot of it has to do with you keep seeing in gun magazines and other publications and stuff for firearms that continual training is necessary. Training is necessary. It's kind of a repeat thing that just keeps getting pounded into people's heads, and I think it's awesome. Not because I'm in the business of training people, but mainly because you don't just go to a state-required 8-hour class, state-required 3 hours on a range, and get a concealed pistol license and say, oh, I'm good to go. I can carry a gun to protect myself.
Yep.
I just think that's insane for people who just go and do that. And they say, oh, but I've been hunting for years. You've seen classes that we do. You've discussed these things. You've talked to people. Do you believe that just because you've hunted for years, you're ready to protect yourself with a firearm and make the right decisions?
And most of these people that say that they've hunted for years have never shot a pistol.
Well, that too.
Yeah, I mean.
And I commend the folks that come to us and say, I've been shooting rifles and shotguns and everything else all my life, but I'm not really, I've shot a few pistols, and I'm not really comfortable here, and I think I need to get trained and trained correctly, and I commend those people.
Yeah, it's a must.
The people that look at it and say, oh, gee whiz, it's just another gun. The whole idea is the decision making, the fact that if you do try to protect yourself with a firearm and you miss your intended target under stress because you didn't train to be able to do things under stress, who's at danger?
Yeah, and look at it this way. I sell. I'm very, very good with rifles. I'm very good with archery, crossbows. And if somebody can teach me something, I'd go to any class to make sure it's done. It's the
I
same
noticed
with
you didn't
pistols.
say shotgun or pistol.
Well, pistol for sure. I definitely could use some training on pistols, but
Just
shotguns.
look at it this way, folks. We had to dig a pit to give him a range to train with his pistol.
A very deep one. Very deep.
Well, after he got in there, we put a cover on.
Word. Yes. Yes.
So,
Cement cover.
And I understand constraints on training.
Yep.
We all have our limitations on budget and time and everything else. And, the big thing is, if you go into a reputable place like Michigan Firearms, we're going to give you techniques for training that don't include money. We're going to give you techniques on being able to train for the eventuality that something bad may happen, and you don't have to spend money to do it. And that includes your ability to shoot.
Yeah.
And many people don't understand. There'll be people who will tell you, oh, you can do this for no cost. You have to understand how it works, not just do it. You have to understand how it works in order to make it happen in a way that allows you to gain experience, skill, or ability, and become better versed at being able to fire your gun.
Yep.
When you think about it, cops, out of all the rounds that have been shot, I think it's 12% of the rounds hit their intended target. And everybody laughs and says, oh, that's because cops can't shoot. No, they can shoot. The problem is there's bullets flying back at them.
Yeah.
That makes a problem. And, I just, mifirearmsets.com. Check out everything we have to offer and get yourself registered in the next class.
Yeah, definitely.
If you miss the 2 spots left for November 13, 14, that's Friday evening from 5:30 to 9:30 and Saturday from 9 a.m. until 6 p.m. It's a good long course. It's tough to get through, but it's not so tough that you can't get through it because you have physical limitations or something. It's just that it's a long day with the evening before. But if you can't get in November 13 and 14, you can get into December 18, 19. If you're looking for that first level in order to get trained properly, in order to get your concealed pistol license, December 5 is the next one for that. So we've got, our November classes, our December classes coming up. And then, of course, we start with the new year. And everybody says, but it's cold. Yep, you're right. But you know what we do on the range for people? We set up tents and we have heaters in them.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice.
That is.
That's because we're awesome. Who else has got snacks, coffee, refreshments?
Can I come just hang out?
Yeah.
You better have princess fruit snacks for him, though.
Boom.
They don't say princess on them, but they are fruit snacks.
Yes.
They have to be princess.
You bet. I want Ariel and Tinkerbell and whoever else was there on my fruit stacks.
That's Ariel, not Ariel.
Where I come from, it's Ariel.
No, it's Ariel. You have to listen to Sebastian.
Who's Sebastian?
The lobster.
How do you know?
Ariel.
Lobster?
Ariel.
He is a crab, not a lobster. Thank you
Boom.
much.
And I thought we were talking about Aladdin.
Ariel or Sebastian?
Yeah, he's a crab.
Isn't Ariel
Look
the...
at Sebastian a little closer.
Wait, isn't Ariel the Aladdin princess?
He might be grumpy,
No.
but he ain't no crab.
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. Oh, who's the Aladdin one that I thought was Ariel?
You don't even know.
Jasmine. Boom. I'm a princess.
I don't know how we get here.
I
We'll
don't
talk
know.
to you next week here on the Outdoor Show.